Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm MaryAnne, and you're watching MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. Welcome to your daily Sun Sign Love Connection readings. I appreciate you all coming in and being a part of my channel. If you're new, I especially welcome you. Thank you for taking the time and checking this out. And returning clients, I definitely appreciate and love you so much. It's been a real beautiful time and pleasure for me to have this channel. So today we're on the beautiful featured sign as I read the second half of the month now. I've read the first half for every single sign around the zodiac. And now I'm on the second round of the zodiac, and it is the beautiful, balanced, well, always working on balance, air element and justice seeking, fair-minded, kind, diplomatic, love-filled, I would say very creative, artistically flared sometimes, sign of Libra. So Libra. It's a good time. It's a good time for everybody. All the readings have been quite beautiful and I would say very positive in many ways. And we have the last day of Cancer season happening today. And then we go right into Leo season. And in the last, I want to say 3 weeks, we've had Mars, the planet of fire and, aggression and war and strength. Oh my gosh, just passion, going forward, making things happen, standing up for yourself, having that courage in Leo, which is all of those elements and all that kind of personality that comes with Leo. Being ruled by the sun, having the vitality, the energy, the creativity, ego to keep us going and, make sure we know what we want and stuff. I mean, ego gets a bad rap. We need ego. It's our ammunition, if you will, right? And it keeps us in that motivated type of state. And that's what's happening a lot. There's a lot of motivation right now. There's a lot of energy to spare, which is something I personally have been feeling and absolutely love, because some days it wasn't as much as it was. And we're still getting through a lot of stuff that kept us from being energetic. So that's all changing. I will say that Venus, the beautiful planet that rules you, Libra, that provides that magic kind of energy when it comes to love and romance and just overall love in all different aspects with the different connections we have in the love connection realm. And then it's about money. It's about magical synchronicities and special favor, if you will, feeling good, feeling prompted to kind of better yourself in some way, and having that wonderful Venetian kind of feminine energies, bringing it towards you. It doesn't matter if you're female or male. We all have both dualities. And that's going into Virgo today. It was in Leo and it changes today. And I'm just saying, Virgo is that sensual sign. They're very practical, they're earth element, but there's a sensuality. So that coupled with you, and by the way, that's the sign right next to you, Libra. So don't be surprised if you're feeling extremely in tune with your body, in tune with your desires on a very natural and organic way. And for one, I can give you an example. I have been wanting to improve on exercises that help my mobility because of a couple of hip things that have been happening for a couple of years. So I've been hearing about it and I've been, going the route of, okay, let's see what we can do. Let's really work on it and focus on it and all that good stuff. That's a part of Virgo, I would say, detail oriented in the areas that you want, that can express in beautiful ways, changes that can be incredibly beneficial to you. So I started yesterday and I'm going to continue to do it. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I've already noticed a difference. It's that phenomenal sometimes, and that's the kind of energy we're getting. So all of us get it. You, like I said, having Venus as your ruling planet will notice things probably more when it comes to the planets that Venus happens to be in at the time. And just overall, let's see who your highlighted connection is, though, because that's a big part of the reading. I always read predominance for a featured sign, but the highlighted is the connection we're curious about, right? And the messages I read 3 major categories for. And then I go on to read the oracles for those that are new and have not seen my channel. So there's a reading for everybody. There's a message for everybody. But the actual highlighted connection is done right in front of you. It's always spontaneous. I don't know, but it's spiritly guided. It's about loving you and sharing with you this information that needs to be brought to the forefront for some reason. So for you today, on the 21st day of July, 2021, we have Sagittarius. I love this so much for you. I love Sagittarius right off the bat. I've always loved it in my life. I am a Libra. But the fire energy, that like of Leo and Sagittarius or Aries, is extremely good for you. It works so well with the element of air. You both just really kind of, yeah, you lift each other up. There's a lot of expansion. You know, the air sign like yourself, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, they're the mind sign. They're the thoughts. They're our ideas, you know, and the expansion of them, and then the need to grow and to be able to better ourselves with education and just continually learning and then sharing that and communicating that and connecting with people. For you, Libra, life is not fully balanced if you're not in some kind of capacity of relationship. You know, that means a great deal to you because you love connecting with people, you know, whether it's in person or through YouTube. I mean, that is your claim to fame in a lot of ways. And you do care about others so much that you sometimes will, you know, recognize that not everybody's going to think the way we do, right? We want to see the different perspectives, the different ways that people see life, because that's what life is. So if someone's different than you, that doesn't affect you. I mean, it actually excites you and it kind of makes you want to learn more about that. The differences are equally as important as the things that we see alike with people, right? So that's a big thing for you. And once again, Venus being your ruling planet, you are very much about love. You love love. You love giving love. Of course, you love receiving love. And you definitely don't like discord. You don't like, you know, confrontation. So you're going to do your best to keep things peaceful and, you know, as fair as possible. But you will stand up for what you believe in. So yes, I've known many Libras to be debaters, and they love that conversation, you know, they love to stimulate the mind. And so sometimes there'll be debates just for the sake of debate. If things are a little too mundane and there's not much happening, you might rile that out just for the sake of that. But without any real malice, you know, it's just your need to keep your mind active, right? And then you are a cardinal sign. You represent the season of August. Forgive me. Autumn, which actually happens in September, right? The latter part of September through the latter part of October. So that's not too far from now. You have a couple of seasons before yours, but it's all revving up to this new year and new time for you as well. So the Sagittarius energy is beautiful. It's optimistic. It's about truth-seeking. It's adventurous. It likes to travel. It likes to, mutable sign, very open and interested in changes and new things. And that's exciting for you. I've known many, many times that Libras and Sagittarians are good friends or work together. There's a good compatibility there. It's an honest, you know, real, just genuine, maybe even good friends. I find many of my friends were Sagittarius. There's that base at the foundation of everything for many Sagittarians as friends, and then it can build from there. They are an individual kind of soul, you know, independent sign, which intrigues you in a way, you know, Libra, because you kind of want to be even more connected to them for that reason. And you too like your independence. You do love being in relationships. You love having relationships, but there's many single, self-sufficient Libras out in the world. Trust me on that. But this is a really beautiful, inspiring, and I would just say definitely adventurous and fun and relationship and connection. So regardless of what type of love, right? So let me start reading the messages for you under the 3 major categories for this highlighted sign, our connection. And the first is the overall energy bringing you, the influence bringing you to this reading. And if you have not, as I said before, if you have not seen your beginning of the month readings, Libra, check it out, see where it's going, see if it's similar to now, you know, what's the storyline unfolding, which is what astrology is. It kind of gives us guidance and perspectives and encouragement, I hope, and energy that can be a part of our life or not, depending on what we choose to do, how we want to accept it and receive it. Right off the bat, though, you got the Five of Wands. So there's that fiery energy of Sagittarius. Now, this can become confliction. This can be difference of opinions, but, you know, once again, a spirited kind of conversation. It doesn't have to be negative. It's like, okay, we're wanting to do this. There's a lot of pieces to the puzzle. There's a lot involved. So not everybody necessarily is going to see your point of view, but it doesn't mean it has to be negative. It means that, okay, I'll take that into consideration, as you know you do, Libra, and just kind of really standing strong with what you think, but being open to the differences. 5 is about challenge and change and working through things. And challenge is what motivates a lot of us, you know. We need those challenges to get past. Sometimes if it's all really easy, we don't necessarily feel like there's much or any need to really invest in it as much. You know what I mean? So it's a powerful, beautiful energy that I'm feeling is motivating you to get past your concerns or your conflicting thoughts that tend to go running wild in your mind. And you know what I mean, Libra. And once again, for the example, I have been told I was a candidate for surgery now for the last year. They postponed the surgery. It was like the day before. It was just like, it was very traumatic. And now I'm thinking, do I even need surgery? Can I do exercises that'll strengthen and change the, you know, the whole physicality of my being so that I don't even have to have it? Those are the kind of interesting, spirited, motivated kind of ideas. Physical is a lot when it has to do with the 5 of Wands. So right on, man, if that's happening and standing strong, like I said, I see you as being the one holding this one wand, which is the beginning. It's changing your mind, changing your attitude, having the confidence and the courage and the energy and the motivation. And then the others are there and they're working sort of with you, but excuse me, I'm sorry. You need to figure out, you know, just how to go about it. Well, how is the best way to end up in a way that's good for everybody, right? And, you know, that's an odd number, 5. So there's going to be someone that might not be 100% on board, but that's okay, because that's what makes life kind of spicy and exciting. Overall, I do see this as a positive energy, and I have felt this energy happening and will continue to. August is supposed to be yet an amazing month. And mind you, we have a full moon happening. You can kind of see it getting full now every night. It's on the 23rd, which is Saturday. And that's in Aquarius. That is your fellow air sign. And then at the end of the month on the 28th, Jupiter goes back from, it leaves the sign of Pisces, which has been amazing and full of love and healing on all energy levels, whether it's your physical, your mental, your relationships with people, you know, connections, loved ones. It's been very, very keen for that. Also, extremely powerful in working with our intuitions and our ability to listen and hear and know what's right for us. Absolutely know. So that's going from Jupiter. Jupiter's going from Pisces to back into Aquarius to the end of the year on July 28th, when it then goes back into Pisces for next year. This is fantastic. This is definitely catering to your inspirations. You know, the star represents Aquarius. It's holding on to your dreams. If it's about your physical life and wanting to change, start this exercise regimen, whatever it is for you. It feels extremely, extremely powerfully strong in working for you, in your favor. And that's what comes up with full moons. It's culmination, but it starts the beginning of something. And this is about your thoughts and how you're definitely communicating and expressing yourself, how you're speaking to others, how they're speaking to you, what you choose to believe, what you choose to take on as something that's actually going to help you. Okay, that's this whole energy. So it's really fantastic right now. There's a lot of positive, harmonious energy working with you, Libra. Second category is that of possible blessings or obstacles. This makes perfect sense. The Hangman. The Hangman represents Pisces. And as we're in the last week of this beautiful energy of Jupiter in Pisces, it's about being very true to ourselves. Now, let me bring in another little notation about the energies of the astrology right now. Venus, or anything or any planet that goes into Virgo, is your 12th house, Libra. The 12th house is the house of Pisces, but it's also the house of confinement, our subconscious, our worries and fears, our inspirations, our dreams, our illusions. It's known for, the sign of hospitals and incarcerations and things like that. So this confinement that we can bring on ourselves through our mind. However, it's also a time to clear all of that out, which happens every year before your sun season. So that, it's been predominant this year for you because we've had Aquarius in that house. But now that it went into Pisces, just bringing up the reference that Pisces represents the 12th house. And so absolutely clearing things out now, just making sure whatever thoughts or belief systems you had that were really not working in your favor whatsoever, but it's something you heard as a child and you just carried them on with you throughout the years, letting it go. Not believing that because you're in pain and you're being told that, this is definitely means you need a surgery. Does it mean that? I mean, seeing it from a perspective, a different perspective, and then changing your entire life because of that. And always for the better. Now, this is a person that is hanging upside down, really in an observant kind of mode, right? Not pushing the envelope, checking, listening to things that might be advantageous and might promote better things in your life, whatever that may be for you individually. And there's a halo, there's a self-understanding and that intuition and guidance within us that will never leave us and wants to actually work for the betterment of us at all times, even when it doesn't feel like that, or you have to struggle and you really have to be very persistent and there's discomfort or, things that aren't easy. You'll get past that, but there's this wonderful sense of, as I take a deep breath, peace and recognition of divine intervention, help, and just seeing, like I said, a different perspective that's really going to be so, so important to you right now, Libra. And that's quite coincidental, though, too, because, as I mentioned, it's Pisces. It's that time for healing, and healing could be in any regard in your life. And remember, what happened in it was between May 13th and July 28th that Pisces has been in Jupiter. So that gave us an idea, and I'm going to tell you right now, I've had some pretty miraculous things happening that blow me off out of the water, really, because I have a Pisces rising, but it's the latter degrees, and the majority of the people with the closer to 2 degrees of Pisces right now have felt this beautiful, benevolent energy of Jupiter. However, we all feel it, and then next year, all the Pisces, whether you're moon, sun, rising, or any planet you have in Pisces, or even water for that matter, because it's all conducive because it's water and it's the same element. You know where I'm going. It's really wonderful stuff. So be prepared and enjoy as much as you can because it's on. And it only happens every 12 years. So kind of feeling at peace right now and not needing to feel rushed. Taking it in, that's a blessing. Obstacle is if you feel impatient, because that won't do any good. You have to just take it organically and experience it for exactly what it is in the present moment. And following in last category is the financial category. Your money, your wealth, in whatever that may mean to you. And you have this is saying a lot. This is really saying a lot. You have the 4 of Swords. It's absolutely with the Hangman and the 4 of Swords. it's time for you to really take it easy. Get on that vacation mode, because this is the time. You know how there are times when you need to just go, bam, this is happening. And that was happening earlier, and I know it happened for you too, Libras and Sagittarius. You've got that motivational optimism around you with the Sagittarius energy, keeping you going, keeping you inspired. And that's what they do. They're very, very uplifting energies as far as I'm concerned. And they're just like a child in the way that they just, if things aren't great, they're like, okay, let's let that go. What's next? What can we do that is better? And shoot that arrow like they have. You know, they're half man, half horse, interested in getting out and trying new things and believing that something's going to stick. Just say, hold strong to your dreams. But in this beautiful card, and by the way, this is the Tarot, Golden Rider, which is basically the Tarot that I started with, which is the Rider-Waite-Smith. But this particular deck has little bits of gold in every single one of the cards. And I don't know if you can really see it, but I love it. And the pictures are all the same as they are in the Rider-Waite-Smith. You have a window in the background. It's a stained glass window. It could be almost in a religious way, but you're being watched over and guided. Absolutely. Many, many, you know, whether it's your spirit guides, angels, they're there. They want you to rest, and they want you to be thinking, and they want you to know it's time to just take in what you can with this amazing energy and help that's coming through. And you'll have time to just push it forward. If nothing else, take this time, like so many people are that we weren't able to last year. Go out and enjoy yourself. Go to retreat, even if it's with yourself. Take that special time to really sit and say, okay, this is my objective. This is what I choose to believe can happen in my life. And I will create as much wealth as I choose, and I will be patient, and I will prevail. End of story. You may have a lot of information coming through dreams right now. There's a lot of prophetic kind of energy, and, you know, like I said, intuition is strong, very strong. And so, I don't know, it starts out with this like, yes, I've got this idea, and there's a lot of people I want to kind of involve or I'm working with and I'm around, but when it comes right down to it, it's what's happening in here that's going to make the difference for me. As with everybody. That's just how it works. And that's when it's really powerful, because you come from a place of complete and truth, full honesty, full-on honesty, right? And it spreads out, and then it works with others, and they feel that energy, and it's all good stuff. So this is interesting because it's different than the readings, but I really, really love it. Because as a Libra, like I said, I'm really understanding, and I hope you are too. And that you're going to take that time. If there's this big change that you're working through and you know it's coming, now is especially the time to take that hiatus, right? And then hit the ground running. August is going to be an amazing month. I'm going to finish with this beautiful, as I call it, cherry on the sundae to culminate this reading. There's so much synchronicity a lot of times when I bring in the rune. And the rune is a beautiful divination and oracle of many, many years ago. And I keep getting the same ones, but I shake it up. You have X. X marks the spot, as I say. So we're going to put that right on that beautiful second major arcana, the Hangman, so that you're in a place of just kind of being and observing and feeling at peace with that. And you know the answers are coming in. You know they're right here. It'll all just work itself out. It always, always does. Let me read you the specific meanings. And let's see here, what I do with it. Oh, it's underneath this one. Got a lot of stuff back here. So the X in the rune is, and there are 25, yeah, but the X is, yeah, once again, Gibel. I just did this. I mean, it needs to be said again, clearly, and I love it. It's number 7. 7 is working through difficulties and, you know, worries and concerns we have, and then becomes a lucky number. 7 is all the 7 colors of the rainbow. 7 is, there's so many references to 7 in the number in numerology, but it is definitely getting past our fears, okay? And concerns, which is so important, especially when it comes to the mind and how you are in your mind a lot, Libra. It's time to let it go, bring it down to the heart, you know, heart and soul of it all. So number 7 is Giba. And the word is divine gift. And it is the time frame between September 28th and October 13th. So it's actually your, no wonder it came up again. It's your birthday season. Came up for yesterday for Virgo. There's a correlation with Virgo being right next to you. And also, I know I have a lot of Virgo friends. You may have a fair amount of Virgo, or even just 1 or 2 planets in Virgo, but that matters. So you're going to get the connections and the energies of Virgo. The words associated, though, are hospitality, generosity, reward, winnings, fortune, a gift is reciprocated, talent successfully applied. Okay, this is from thinking and realizing that you are talented, first and foremost, and how you want to approach that, and how you want to bring that out, and in a very positive, uplifting way that you can express yourself and feel confident and feeling authentic at the same time. It has to be authentic. It's beautiful. Now, the shadowy side of this is deterioration, poverty, and crisis for those undeserving, a foretold betrayal. So that doesn't have to be you. Remember, these are suggestions or, symbolisms and energies that are abound. They're around us at all times. Which one do we want to pull in? Which one do we want to avert, right? So positive, beautiful stuff. Winnings, it is about winning. And I mean winning in all different forms. So being alive, waking up is winning, right? So I'm going to go on and read your oracles, Libra. And these are amazingly beautiful, uplifting, love-sent, wisdom-filled messages from the oracles. And this first one is The Wonderful Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron Reed that I've decided to pull for the second half. I change up my tarot decks and oracles every month. I'm wanting to get a few more oracles. I think I need to order some. I love them. And so we have for you specifically, and for all of your connections, Libra, in addition to and above and beyond the Sagittarian, because you have a lot of connections, a lot of social. You like being social. I know I'm one of the Libras that I was always social. Like, I never missed anything. And then as I've gotten older and kids grow up and go away, I do my work and that's social. I come home and I'm just like not as social, but I really like to have that connection with people I consider to be like family and close ties. It's really important. It's not about the quantity, it's the quality, right? So there is always that part. And then of course my kitten and I, we're just, I'm smitten with my kitten, so you know how that is. So your beautiful message from the Oracle of the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms is the Queen of the Light. I got kind of a really cool little feeling when I just said that. So what is the information here for you? What's the message? Illumination, enlightenment, and celebration. I love the sound of that. Look at this beautiful depiction of a woman just allowing the light, and if you know about energy, I'm a Reiki master practitioner, you can feel it coming through and just asking to be as much light as possible. And it's number 15, and 1 + 5 in numerology becomes 6. 6 is about, the 6th house is usually about balancing everyday situations, work, life, romance, friends, you know what I mean. And that's a super important aspect for Libra. So I'm interested in, I find that fascinating in a way, because that's very true to your nature of what you need to feel your best, to feel whole and complete. And it's something you always strive for. So your message about this, though, the Queen of Light is, almost opened up to it, 14 and 15. If you have not subscribed or liked and you're liking what you're hearing and you feel like you'll be coming back, do me a big favor and push those buttons. You can share, you can push the notification bell. When you do that, you will get, notified. So that'll come in on a regular when I upload, because it's different every day due to my job. But it's also super supportive and it doesn't cost anything. And I love and appreciate it so much when I see that people are interested in that you're like-minded and you want to, continue to follow me. And once again, I thank you for that. It's very heartfelt. So the words associated and the meaning behind this. The Queen of the Light is a beautiful ally and comes into your life to herald success in all your ventures. Wow. She illuminates the most important steps on your path and reminds you of your own brilliance. You're intelligent and inspired, and all your needs will be met. Remember that you are the instrument of the divine shining through you in this world. You're on the correct path for your highest good. I mean, that you've got to feel good about that. You know, every one of these has something beautiful to say, but this is a special one. I have not pulled this one. I have not had duplicates in this realm from the oracles in the whole, second half of the month readings thus far. And that makes it even more special because it's a unique message for you. So I hope you feel that instantly and will continue to, because I'm telling you, it's really, really getting to places that we've been asking for. And, you got to wait. There's cycles in life, right? There's ups and downs and peaks and valleys, and we're coming up the peak. So that's fantastic. And let's take it in and just embrace it and love it for everything it is. And then the second oracle I love, and I bring these out every so often, is the Medicine Spirit Animal Guide. So what is it? The Animal Medicine Cards. Animals are so incredibly, they are spirits. And they offer us a lot of wisdom, And I know those of you that have had animals and are animal lovers as myself, it's just phenomenal how I know what my cat's thinking and feeling, and I know she knows, or he knows, I used to have a she, what I am, and it's just so beautiful. No words are necessary. I mean, I talk all the time to my cat, but you know what I'm saying. And there's just this beautiful understanding and relationship. Like, I feel like it's destined a lot of times when we have our animals. They're with us for a specific reason. And your beautiful message is the squirrel. And I love squirrels. We have a squirrel that I've had, oh my gosh, I don't even know, 15 years. I'm serious. And he comes and I feed him bread and stuff. And my cat's name is Eclipse. Call him Clipper. He loves watching the squirrel, and it's just so fun. And there's that kind of interaction with that too. I don't remember what this message is. I'm excited to see this. I have an idea, but let me go in and check it out for you and read it for you. Well, it's right next to the one from yesterday. Faith, generosity, and playfulness. Please, the playfulness is essential. Please don't give up playfulness in your life, Make sure you laugh as much as possible. It makes you feel great, and everyone around you fully enjoys it too. Sprightly squirrel tumbles in the grass, scrambles up a fence, and clambers through the bushes, playfully with friends. Branches. The roots of squirrel's frolicsome nature is faith in generosity. Every year, squirrel stashes nuts for winter here and there, knowing that come winter, many of the nuts buried will be found by another. It's okay, because squirrel finds nuts left by others too. Squirrel is also friends with the trees. The unfound nuts are thus planted by squirrel, eventually growing into tree homes for their great-grandchildren. Children teaches that spinning the wheel of giving and receiving allows for your light-hearted spirit to shine. Sharing and spreading the myriad of forms of wealth and abundance is happiness. And I love hearing that. But I feel like that's what you really want, and your intentions are many times. I think you're a giving person, Libra. And I love that for you. Like I said, I don't remember reading this one ever. But how fun, right? Just give and take. Reciprocity, of course, is huge. That's a part of balance too, right? And you instigate that whenever you can. I know this about you. So, moving on to your last oracle, it is the Super Attractor Manifestation deck. And the message is, like I like to say, it can be a mantra or an affirmation if you'd like. It's simple and it makes it's powerful. And it's about, manifesting and forming the life that we want. Because we can, and we can do it with our feeling and emotion. We got to bring that to the forefront. And with this emphasis going into Leo season, it's passion, it's heart, it's real. It's like bam. And I think a lot of Leos manifest because they're so passionate and and they have that feeling, and they just, it brings forth everything. It does. It's that last little component, right, for the law of attraction. It's not a little component, though. It's a huge component. And the bigger the emotion, the better. So your message in closing today, and I got this yesterday too, it's interesting. And it is the beautiful, red, fiery, passionate energy that was coming through and has been with Mars and Leo. My super attractor power comes from how I feel, my faith and love, and the joy I put out. And then remember, that is the root chakra color. That is our foundation, our power, our presence, our balance. It's all of that, and you've got this. And yeah, it's just for you. You know, fight for what you want, believe in what you want, and let yourself kind of take that in now. Enjoy some vacation times, a little bit of respite, and recognize there's a lot of beautiful, powerful, full speed ahead energy coming in August. So thank you again for your time. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Let me know, give me a thumbs up or what have you if you did, and definitely come back for your August reading, okay? Until next time, take good care. Thank you, and bye for now.